Well, hey guys, you may see a little bit of a different setup. That's because I have to be in a comfortable space for my ankle. But that's neither here nor there. I'm Melissa. This is Lifestyle Makes Sense, and I welcome you to or back to my channel. You guys, I am going to be closing out my June and giving you my June numbers, even though it's not technically the end of June yet. Today is actually Wednesday, the 25th of June. And like I said, I'll be going ahead and closing out my budget for the month. As you know, I already closed out my savings challenges and I used most of that to go towards debt. I say most because if you saw my recent vlog, you know there has been some things that have occurred over my last 2 weeks. So that money had to be redistributed and not all of it got to go to debt. It happens, right? So I want to go over, well, first of all, let me dump my change, because despite all that happened, we did spend some cash this week and I was able to collect a little change. I'm gonna put that in my Milk Money coin jar, and it's getting full, you guys. I know it's heavy. It is heavy. So let's just discuss some things. First, I want to discuss my monthly goals for the month of June. And I've already went through and I've X'd off what I've done and what I haven't done. Work on my business budget. I was not able to start doing that as I had hoped to do. Start snowballing my credit cards. I did go in aggressively with some of the credit cards by making aggressive payments, but I was not snowballing them. So hopefully the ones that are left, the remaining balances, and if nothing else has to be added, then I can start snowballing in July. I wanted to transfer my credit card cash back to my VFP binder. My VFP binder is my variable fixed and personal expense binder, where I just stuff it with cash to basically save the day if necessary, to come to the rescue of. However, I decided not to do that. I did take out the credit card cash back. Some of my credit cards, I'm allowed to put the cash back onto the bill, and some of my credit card cash back I could actually put into my bank account. Well, I chose to use this credit card and put it into my bank account, and it's been accumulating for about a month and a half now, and I did take it out of the bank. I requested 5s, 1s, and 10s on purpose, and I'm going to count it up right now so you'll know how much I was able to get back on my credit card cash back. 10, 20, 5, 35, 45, 55, 65, 70, 71, 72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So $96 is what I was able to get back in my credit card cash back, and I'll let you know what I'm going to do with that in just a moment. So I'm going to write that here, because even though I did not transfer it to my VFP binder, it is going to have a purpose today. I wanted to pack my vacation luggage, and if you saw one of my vlogs, you saw that I successfully did that, and currently we are kind of in limbo on a few things with the vacation. You'll see more about that at another time. Self-care pre-vacay time, I was able to do that all except for my nails. For obvious reasons, on the 23rd and the 24th, I agreed to help my friends out at my temporary side gig to deliver some boxes. Well, of course, you guys know I had a mishap. I had several mishaps going on. And I was able to do it, thank goodness. It was only 4 different deliveries I needed to do. This is their slow time of the year, which is why they're on vacation. And I only had 4 deliveries to do, and thanks to a wonderful friend, she was able to assist me in doing that, because a girl wasn't able. I just wasn't able. So I did get my envelope because they do get paid for these types of deliveries in advance. And she went ahead and left me my envelope where I could find it in their shop. And I already know that it's $133 because I counted it for one and wrote it up there. So $133 is what I made on the 23rd and the 24th. I do plan to take some of this and issue it out to my friend that helped me, simply because she didn't have to. She just didn't have to. You know, I took on that assignment. I could have easily called them back and told them, hey, you guys, y'all know what has happened with my ankle. I'm just not able to do it. But she stepped in and helped me. So I really want to give her the bulk of this, really, because, you know, and I know she's going to argue with me and she's not going to want to take it and all that, but I'll take that up with her at another time. But for now, it's $133 that I made on my temporary side gig on the 23rd and 24th. And I also went to the orthopedic yesterday. He gave me some news, which also you'll have to wait for because I want to get this through. I want to get this budgeting video done. I don't really want to talk about my ankle today. Okay. So $133 for my temporary side gig that I will probably be turning over to my friend just because she stepped in. As you see here, on the 26th, we were supposed to start our vacation. Well, that's tomorrow. Like I said, it's in limbo. Because this is what was going to happen. On the 26th through the 28th, my husband and I was just going to take a short little vacation off somewhere, just him and I. And then on the 29th, we were actually going to get with our friends and family to travel to New York City, DC, and part of Baltimore. So my doctor did give me some news yesterday, and I'll, like I said, fill you guys in on that another time. Let's get to these numbers. So I've already did the figuring just so I could kind of save time. But for my weekly projection, every month I do a monthly projection. This monthly projection sheet came out of my weekly budgeting digital download that I purchased from Salisa over at Beautifully Me and You. It's a digital download. I can print out the sheets anytime I'm ready to do so. And so this is what I do every month. I use the monthly projection that's inside of that workbook, and I determine what I hope to happen by the end of the month. And so the weekly income, I hope to have made $1,500. I actually ended up making $1,953, which gave me a surplus. And in rollover, I had hoped to roll over at least $300. I actually end up rolling over $375 for the month. In side gigs, I had hoped to make $500. I only ended up making $150. I'm not including what I did yesterday and Monday. I'm not including that because that income is not going to go to me. I'm going to try to give that to my friend. So I did not include that. Unexpected, I had hoped to earn at least $100. I only end up earning $35, and that was towards the beginning of the month. From my business, this is just a new line item that because I had to pay myself back from my business. So that was $40, and that was not included in my projection, but I did include it in my income. So overall, in income, I made $2,553, which is a surplus because I only projected $2,400. As far as my bills and my VFP binder, I did want to put $150 towards my VFP binder from the credit card cashback. As you just saw, that won't be happening, so that's zero. Bills, I didn't pay anything extra on them, so that's zero. And so my monthly projection did not come to reality. I did not put anything in it. So that was a zero, and I came in under. As far as my food envelopes, I had allocated $900 towards my food envelopes. Some numbers came under, some numbers I had a little surplus in. So I end up spending $1,049. So that brought me over as in my cash envelopes of $149. And as far as my debt snowball, I was not able to do that. As far as gift cards, I wanted to have a remaining balance of at least $1,055. Actually, I spent $425 in gift cards, and therefore my gift card balance as of now is $630. This is going to come down a little bit more because since I had my ankle accident, I've been using gift cards more as much as possible instead of cash. So this amount will be changing. You'll see that hopefully in July. I'll be able to calculate and get the appropriate numbers for you. But right now, the closeout balance is $630. As far as my savings challenges, I wanted to save at least $1,000, and I end up saving $1,043. So that gave me a surplus of $43. As far as my credit card debt, I wanted to reduce my 4 credit cards to 2 credit cards, and I did not accomplish that. So that's my June projections versus my what really happened for the month of June. I went over my goals. Looking forward to July, I only have one goal so far, and it's concerning my health. I have some dental bills coming up. I have my ankle copays and bills that are going to be billed to me. I just don't want any carryover, but we'll get more into that off into July. I've already paid the first and the second bills that are due for July. I did that prior to having my ankle accident, so it's already done. I do have 2 bartending gigs coming up in July. They were actually supposed to happen in June. She rescheduled them to July. So we have that to look forward to, and then I have 4 upcoming paydays for July. But we'll discuss more on that later. I will say, since I've managed to pay down my debt a little, my credit card debt, my monthly expenses has tremendously reduced by $696. So I'm getting rid of my debt as much as I possibly can, the kind that you can pay off. Because everything you can't pay off. You can't pay off your electricity bill. You can't pay off your water bill. Can't pay off your natural gas bill if you have it. So things like that are ongoing monthly expenses. Insurances, you can't just pay them off. But credit cards and loans and other things like that, you can pay off. So for what I have already paid off, my expenses used to be $2,993 a month. Now they are $2,297. And that's what I'm personally responsible for in our household. My husband has what he's responsible for and what he pays, so that's not part of my budget. But what I'm personally responsible for has been reduced by $696. So that should mean somewhere in my income, at some point, I should see the results of that. We'll see. We will see. So what am I going to do with this $96 that I asked for in 10s, 5s, and 1s? You'll have to wait and see. To be continued. To be continued. That's all I have for today, guys. I've been really drinking green tea and turmeric tea and just trying to maintain a balanced, healthy diet so I can hurry my healing along. Not looking forward to going to my cousin's funeral this Saturday, but I'm trying my best to stay upbeat as much as possible for other family members who I know it hit them just as hard as it hit me. So thank you guys for all your comments and all of your condolences for my family. And it's been a time, it's been a time, but things happen and we just have to learn to endure and cope. And if you're going through something, I pray that you are able to endure and cope as well, okay? And until next time, you guys, I want you to enjoy your day, your night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. You guys enjoy yourselves despite what's going on. Try to enjoy yourself. Get a little enjoyment out of your day every day, okay? Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.